Hi Year 6s, it's Mrs Nairn here. This is a short maths video that's going to recap on Bidmas, which we covered earlier last term. So what is Bidmas? Basically, it's a really handy way of remembering the order in which you can tackle a longer maths question. So if you've got a maths question that contains a mixture of operations that you need to follow, and by operations I mean maths functions such as addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. If you've got a mixture of those within a sentence, Bidmas helps you to understand the order in which you need to tackle them. Before we get into Bidmas and what it stands for, let's have a quick look at why we might need it. Have a look at this question. 10 take away 3 times 2. Now there's actually two ways we could look at that. If we work left to right, you could say 10 take away 3, 10 take away 3 is 7, times 2, 7 times 2 gives you 14. But is that correct? There's another way we could do it. This time we're going to start with the multiplication first. 3 times 2 gives you 6. 10 take away 6 is 4. So which one is the correct answer? It's actually the second one, and the reason why is because I've followed Bidmas. So let's have a look at Bidmas and what it stands for. B is for brackets, I is for indices, so that's, for example, when you're cubing or squaring a number. D is for division, M is for multiplication, A is for addition, and S is for subtraction. Now, when you have your maths question in front of you, and you need to use Bidmas for it, what you need to do is you need to look for each of those letters within your maths question. So first of all, look for brackets, then indices, division, then multiplication, and so on. However, if your maths question only contains addition and subtraction, you don't have to follow Bidmas. You can just work from left to right. It's also important to know that addition and subtraction at the end of Bidmas, the A and the S, they have the same importance as each other. And again, once you've got round to those, which is the last part of the question you're looking for, you're again just working from left to right. Okay, so let's try out a few examples. When I'm doing Bidmas, I like to write it on top of the question so I can work through systematically. Have a look here. 17 plus 8 times 2. First I'm going to look for any brackets. No, none of those. Then I'm going to look for indices, which was looking for something like 2 squared or 2 cubed, something like that. There's no indices here. Next we're going to look for division. Nope, none of that. Multiplication. Yes, we've got a multiplication. We have 8 times 2. So let's work that out first. 8 times 2 is 16. Now, I've just got the addition and subtraction left. There's any addition there, so we're going to work from left to right. 17 plus what we've already calculated, 16. 17 plus 16, quick calculation, that gives me 33. And that's the correct answer because I've followed Bidmas correctly. Here's another question. 12 times 3, subtract 3 times 2. Let's have a look. Are there any brackets? No. Any indices? No. Any division? No. Any multiplication? Yes, I've got 2 sets of multiplication here. I have 12 times 3 and I have 3 times 2. 12 times 3 is 36. 3 times 2 is 6. So now I just need to read 36 minus 6 equals 30. For the subtraction part, I've just worked left to right after I figured everything else out. Here's the next question. 17 plus 8 divided by 2. Let's have a look along our Bidmas row. Any brackets? No. Any indices? No. Is there a division? Yes. We have 8 divided by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. All that's left is the 17, add your answer. So 17 add 4 gives you 21. Okay, now let's look at one final question. This time, 100 minus 3 times 5 squared. Now 5 squared is an indice, which we mentioned earlier. Well, let's look for brackets first. No brackets. Indice, yes, we have 5 squared. 5 squared is 5 times 5, which gives you 25. Any division? No. Any multiplication? Yes, we do. We have 3 times the 5 squared, or 3 times 5 squared is 25. 3 times 25 gives you 75. All we've got left now is the subtraction. So 100 minus 75 gives you 25. So there you are. That's your quick introduction to Bidmas. Stay safe, everybody.